Hello there. I know that some of you like it when I bring out some of the 20-year-old action figures. Welcome to Unboxing the Boxes, my Star Wars collection. This is episode 95, the Attack of the Clones sneak previews, and Silver Anniversary 2-packs. I have 2 games and 2 action figures series from the early 2000s to share with you in this video. The Attack of the Clones sneak preview figures introduces 4 new characters that we would see when the movie arrived to theaters. The Star Wars Anniversary 2-packs, 2 action figures per pack, are based on iconic promotional photographs that you've seen, and when you see these figures, I think you're going to recognize those photographs immediately. I think I'll start with the games, and then we'll move on to the action figures. As I unbox the tote, I would like to invite you to like this video, and of course, to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos. Or maybe you need to hit that notifications button too. Do both. Do all 3. And leave a comment. Now, let's get this unloaded. Okay, the first game I'd like to share with you is Star Wars Escape the Death Star action figure game. Now, if we look on the back here, you can see what the game looks like, and pretty much the figures are cardboard on little plastic stands, which makes it okay too. But with this game, you could actually use action figures. In fact, the game comes with 2 exclusive action figures, including Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper disguise and Darth Vader. Looking for Luke Skywalker, of course. And if we turn this back again so you can see it again, you can see they do actually have the 2 figures on the game board so that you can play it. So, that was the main reason I bought the game, was because of the 2 exclusive action figures. After all, I've done that a few times by various things just for the action figure. And if you're a die-hard action figure fan, I think you know where I'm coming from on this. So, what does it say about the game on the back? Well, it says, board the Death Star for a fight to the finish. Recreate classic Star Wars movie battles in 2 games. In the first, for younger players, Luke, Han, Princess Leia, and Chewbacca sneak through the Death Star capturing Imperials. Can you score the most captures? Now advance to the next game and take sides. Darth Vader, Boba Fett, and Stormtroopers move in the open, capturing Rebel code cards to win. But the Rebels move in secret. To win, they must use strategy to reach the Millennium Falcon, then dice roll their way off the Death Star. Add other action figures you already own, and fill the game board with lifelike Star Wars characters. So, kind of nifty that there's 2 versions of a game in here. One for younger players, and one for older players. So what do you think of this game? Is it something that you've had and that you've opened and played with? If you have played this game, why don't you leave a comment and let me know how you liked it? Because this one is still factory sealed, still got the tape on it, holding it in place and so forth. So it's never been opened. You know me, very seldom do I open something. But like I said, I like the action figures. That's the reason I bought the game. So that's the first of the 2 games. The second one is this one came out in about 98, 99. And this one came out about a year later, right around that 99, 2000 year. And this is the electronic Lightsabers Duel game. Remember the old Rock'em Sock'em where you tried to beat the other guy and knock his block off? Well, this one's kind of similar to that in that you have Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn doing battle with lightsabers against each other. According to the box, you have sword clash and battle sounds, lightsabers light up and flash, authentic Star Wars figures, and lightsaber handle controls. So yeah, if you look down here, the control for it does look like the hilt of a lightsaber. And of course, you've got the 2 figures, so they move around, they swing, they try to hit each other, and I don't know if they actually knock each other off or how this works. Yes, if we look at the back, it does say a few things about the game, including hit your opponent's head and send him flying. Off the base, their lightsabers still light up. So we have little battery packs in these figures so that the lightsabers can keep going. So just a one-on-one lightsaber duel with these two main characters from the movie, Episode 1. And you'll notice again, we have Episode 1 on this one. If you remember some previous videos, things came out before the movie came out, so didn't have the title yet. So it was just Episode 1. We didn't know that that time, or they didn't know at that time, that it was going to be The Phantom Menace. Kind of a cool game there, once again, never been opened. Let's move on, as long as we're talking the prequel movies here, let's move on to the Attack of the Clones special preview figures. There were 4 figures in this series, and they're kind of neat. Just the basic card, as you can see, with the bubble and so forth, although the bubble was a bit wider than what you'd see on just the regular action figures, unless it was like a deluxe action figure or something. But the first of these that we'll go through is Zam Wesell, of course, the bounty hunter that we saw in the movie. So as we see with Zam here, we do have a pistol with her, we do have a rifle, and we have a little, if you want to say, blast that you can put on the gun, I suppose, to make it look like she's shooting at that moment. So not too bad. If we look on the back, you can see the blast, the little red thing, goes on the end of the rifle to make it look like the rifle is shooting. So there we have it. Zam Wesell is the first one of those figures. The second one we have here is R3-T7. And R3-T7, of course, is one of the robots from the movie. As you can see, R3-T7 does have like electric bolts running around them. One thing I really don't like about these figures is, you know, on the back of the figures, they usually have a little explanation of them. There is no explanation with these characters. It just kind of, that's the way it is. You got to go see the movie to find out where they are in the movie, what they play in the movie, so forth and so on. Because the little paragraph on the back is the same for all the figures. So who's next? Well, this is the movie that introduced us to Clone Troopers. So here we have the first Clone Trooper action figure that we received from this movie. And of course, when this movie came out, of course, there were a lot of action figures that came out. So it's kind of neat to see the Clone Trooper. It gave us a little sneak peek on how the Clone Trooper differs from the Stormtrooper that we had known for 15 years before. So not too bad a figure. Comes with the rifle, comes with the blast again that you can put on the end of the rifle to make it look like it's actual firing. Let's put that one over here for a moment. And the last one of this series, the fourth one of the series, is Jango Fett. And who's Jango Fett? Who in the world would he be? Well, we've definitely found out in the movie, didn't we? Jango became very important in Attack of the Clones. As you can see, Jango does come with 2 pistols. He's got a jetpack on his back. So altogether, 4 figures to really kind of build up a little hype on who could or who is going to be in this movie. And when you saw these with no explanation on the back, it kind of got you a little excited to go see the movie and find out who these characters were and what part do they have to play in the Star Wars universe. So which one of these 4 is your favorite? Leave a comment and let me know. Get these off to the side and move on to my favorite ones out of this batch. 25 years after Star Wars hit theaters, or as most of you know it, A New Hope, we got to have the 25th anniversary 2-pack action figures. And like I said, these 2-packs depict a very popular, very well-known promotional photograph from the original movie. So I'll tell you what, let's do this one first, because I think everybody knows Han Solo and Chewbacca, and as you can see, this is probably the most iconic photo of Han Solo and Chewbacca. The pose they made as if they're ready to battle anything. And one thing I really like about these, first of all, the figures are pretty well done. That is actually, for being so small, that is actually a fairly decent likeness of Harrison Ford as an action figure. But one thing I really liked with these, not only did you get 2 figures in the pack, but look at the packaging. You can tell they went a little bit further than they needed to probably with this. We have the top that explains things, same on the bottom, pretty much the same as what the top was, but it's in a much deeper pack. Instead of just being on a card with a bubble, this time we got the whole bubble, a big bubble. And on the back here, on the edge of the back, we've got what the 3 figures are. We've got a little explanation here as far as the legal aspect of things, you know, Lucasfilm owns it and so forth like that. And then we got a bit of a description here. And what does that description say about these 2 characters? Well, it says, blasting their way out of trouble, Han Solo and Chewbacca face adversity with only a blaster and a bowcaster. Their deep bond of friendship and respect has helped them narrowly escape danger throughout the galaxy. With courage and recklessness, the 2 heroes of the rebellion battle for their lives against the evil empire. So, tell you the truth, I think that is a very good pack, double pack, to start with this particular one. The next one is Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia. And as you can see, they are about to swing over the chasm in the Death Star. Here again, 2 good figures. Sculpts are not too bad. I do like that we get a little extra base there. It looks like something from the Imperial room, like that little part that extended out that they were standing on. And these guys also have a stand that they are on, different than what we see here. We do have a rope for Luke to hang on to, and if you can see way up in the top of the box there, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there is actually one of those little grabbing hooks that you can kind of put around something and pretend to drag them up on it. So Princess Leia does come with a pistol. Luke, of course, has his grappling hook. And once again, I think it's a very nice 2-pack. What does it say on the back? Luke and Leia, trapped in the Death Star by pursuing stormtroopers, attempt a daring escape as they swing to freedom across an endless chasm. Using only Luke's grappling hook, Leia hangs on for dear life as they barely escape the clutches of the Empire. Now, one thing I remember when they filmed this scene, if I remember correctly, it was a 1-take scene. And they actually let Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher do the swinging across the chasm. So, I think they would have liked to have done it a second time, but 1 is all they needed. They did it exceptionally well. Got put in the movie. Okay, we've got Han and Chewie. We've got Luke and Leia. Who do we have left? Darth Vader and Obi-Wan, maybe? Of course, what's the other iconic photo from that movie? And that would be the lightsaber duel between the 2 of them at the end of the movie. So here we have Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi with lightsabers drawn, lightsabers flashing, lightsabers ready to do harm to each other. What does it say on the back? It's the climatic confrontation between the forces of good and evil. 2 venerable warriors, a legendary Jedi Knight and his former Padawan, now seduced to the dark side of the Force, are reunited for a final duel that will decide the fate of the galaxy. So there again, 2 very nice figures, both of them flowing robes behind them. They needed a pack that was thick for these because the robes just build out the bottom of the figure quite a bit. Plus, with the lightsabers drawn and battling each other, needs a little extra room there. So you can easily see why these 3 sets of figures are not just on a blister pack or just on a card with a bubble on it. What do you think of these 3 sets? Which one of these is your favorite? Do you prefer Han and Chewie, Luke and Leia, or Darth Vader and Obi-Wan? Leave a comment below. Let me know which one is your favorite. Also, before we end here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications bell so that you are notified when new videos come out. And share the video with your friends. See what they have to say. Do you have these in your collection? Were you around when these were out? Getting them on the secondary market now might be a little more expensive than what I paid for them back then. In fact, I don't think any of these have a price tag on them. So I can't tell you what I originally paid for them. Whatever the regular price was at the time, because these I do not think were closeouts. I bought these when they first came out just because they were kind of cool. And I didn't feel like waiting for them. Well, that brings us to an end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. And until next time, may the Force be with you and keep collecting.